As our economy has gotten more and more unfair and as inequality has soared, labor unions have been among the groups fighting for regular people's interests in this process. We're proud to have the support of the Rhode Island Federation of Teachers and Health Professionals, and now we're going to hear from their field representative, Jim Parisi.
Thank you, Michael. While I'm not a patriotic millionaire, I'm a patriot, and I'm proud to be here in support of this legislation. There are a couple of different reasons why my union and other unions are in support of closing the carried interest loophole. And the first is just how inequitable this loophole is currently. It's just so inherently unfair that the richest of the rich can escape from paying their fair share of income tax when people I represent, classroom teachers, nurses, school custodians, have to pay the full rate for all the income that they earn. So fixing the inequity is something that's important to my union, and it's something that this piece of legislation does. The second reason why we're in strong support of this legislation is that state action is necessary. While I'm an optimist by nature, I'm pessimistic that Washington, D.C. is going to take action anytime soon to close the carried interest loophole. We've seen a lot of gridlock in Washington, D.C. over the years, and I don't have a sense that there's a sense of urgency on closing this loophole in Washington, D.C. And that's why it's so important that we take action at the state level. And the Rhode Island law, if and when passed, will only be triggered when our neighboring states do the same thing, so that there wouldn't be an argument that people are going to run to Connecticut or Massachusetts to avoid paying their fair share. And the final reason why we're here is because resources are necessary and important to move the state forward. Yesterday, my union president was in the House Finance Committee supporting the governor's plan to provide free tuition for Rhode Island students. We know that in these halls that there's serious debate about either getting rid of or restricting the regressive tax that Rhode Islanders pay on their cars. Whatever the program is, you need state resources to make those things possible, and we think the closure of the carried interest loophole is an ideal way for the Rhode Island General Assembly to find the resources necessary to enact good laws that benefit all Rhode Islanders. So for those reasons, we're in full support of the legislation.